Hello students, let's continue chapter 2, that is Kings, Farmer and Towns, module number 3. Here in this module we will study about Mauryan administrations. We will read in this module how the Mauryas was administrated by different peoples. The very first among them is the king. The king. The king was the head of the state. His post was considered as hereditary. He had unlimited powers. His every word was law. He could give any punishment to criminals and had the power to reduce or pardon the punishment. It means he is all and all. He is the supreme authority during the Mauryan periods. Next to the king, that is the Council of Ministers. Councils of Ministers mean to say a group of people who do the administration during the time period of Mauryan Empire. The Mauryan kings, they had constituted a council of ministers to run the administration very smoothly. The number of its members was not fixed, only those who were appointed as minister, those who are competent and trustworthy. The thing is there, the competence is required and they must be trustworthy. The ministers, they advise the king about their respective departments. It was not mandatory for the king to accept their advice, but normally he formed state policies and took decision according to their advice. But it was not mandatory that he has to accept the advice of the ministers. The main ministers of the Mauryan were as follows. These were the people they are very much important. Let me take one by one all these peoples. The very first is the part of 2. Prime Minister. He is next to the king. He advised the king about all important matters related to the administration. He also used to keep watch over all the departments. All departments, they were under him. Next to him was Purohit. Purohit, he was the state priest. He used to advise the king about religious matters. All the religious problems, all the religious ceremonies that was conducted by Purohit or by his advice, the king do so. The third one Senapati. He was known as the commander of army. He used to advise the king about war, about peace. Its duty was there to protect the boundaries of the state. Plus, he has to manage all armed contingents under his guidance. Then the next one is, it is Sani Dhata. Sani Dhata, he was the chief treasurer of the state. Chief treasurers, whom in our dialect we say Khajanchi, खजाने का मालिक. Then the next person is Samaharta. He worked under the guidance of Sani Dhata. He was known as finance minister. He used to control the income and expenditure of the state. He has to see, he has to advise the king where the king has to spend the money. The basic necessities was informed by Samaharta, and he also advised the king on which areas tax are to be increased, on which areas the tax are to be exempted. That is the duty of Samaharta. Then the next one is Dandapal. Dandapal, he was the head of police department. He was a man to maintain law and order and punish the criminals. As the word suggests, Dandapal, दंड देने वाला, सजा देने वाला, पुलिस का मुखिया, that was the post. Then the next one is, it is Durgpal. Durg, whom we called fort, किला, जिसके पास किले की रक्षा का भार हो, जो किले की रक्षा करे. The man was known as Durgpal. Then Amatya. Amatya was the minister of justice. He used to advise the king on judicial matters. All the judicial matters were looked after him, and he had to advise the king about judicial matters, about the justice. Then it is Karmantik. That was another fellow. He used to look after the industries and factories. Nowadays, the minister who looked after all the industries. At that time, he was known as Karmantik. Then the next is Dwarika. That is Dwarika. He was a home minister. होम मिनिस्टर, गृह मंत्री इसे कहते हैं. He has to look after all the state matters. So that is the Council of Ministers. These were the various persons. They looked after the empire and they helped the king when the king required their advices. They all the time give. Next. Next is, it is provincial administration. How the provinces that were run. It is very common task, easy job. Split the problem, it will automatically solve. To do the administration in a better way, that should be divided in various parts. Similarly, that was done during the Magadha Empire. The very first in the provincial administration was done. It is Magadha, the capital of Chandragupta Maurya. Why he divided the empire? To facilitate the administration. So the empire that was divided into 4 provinces, or their names were like that. The very first, it is Magadha. The capital city. Magadha, the capital city. So it was the capital of Patliputra and was directly under the rule of Chandragupta, under the rule of the Mauryan Empire. Mean to say, the main emperor, the ruler, he remain here, and then 3 other provinces are there. Their subordinate persons, they sit there and they look after the empire. They have to inform the king about all their activities. So the next is Gandhar. Gandhar, it is in the northwestern part of our country. Its capital was Takshila. That is considered northwestern part. You see, all the foreign invention that took place from this side. This is the region, the Gandhar, that was well protected, and one of the administrative sector, administrative province that was made by him. What we call this one? That is northwestern provinces. The next, it is Ujjain. Ujjain was the capital of Avanti, what we consider, that is in the central part of the country. Here, that is the path to reach from Magadha was land route. Then The fourth one is Surnagiri. Surnagiri, that is the southern provinces. As itself suggested, Surnagiri, the place where a lot of gold, the gold mines are located. This is the reason the Surnagiri, it was there. The administration was done itself from these areas. So these were the four provinces: Magdha, then Gandhar, Ujjain and Surnagiri. These four provinces were there. Later on, during the time period of Ashoka, one another was made known as Toshali, the capital of Kalinga. Then we have to reach next one. It is a district administration. Dear students, I have told Mahajanpad, mean to say Rajya, state. Janpad, whom we called Jila. The Janpadas, they were ruled, the Mauryan rulers had further divided these provinces into districts which were known as Janpadas, and the head of Janpadas was called Pradeshika. Here, the peoples, those who ruled the Janpads, what we call the district administration, Janpad, and they were ruled, they were looked after by Pradeshika. They were the official, and Janpadas, that was the name of district Jila, whom we call. Then the next one is administration of cities. Administration of cities. During the Mauryan period, special arrangement was made for the administration of cities. The chief officials of the town was called Nagar Adhyaksha. They were ruled by Nagar Adhyaksha. These peoples, they ruled after. Similarly, local administration, mean to say Pad, that is village, and ruled by Gram Panchayatas. Then, though I have taught the financial matters, financial administration was done. Whom's tax is to be exempted, which peoples are imposed the tax, whom the tax is to be imposed. The next one is spy system or the spy arrangement. That's very important to rule. Whom we called jasus. Administrations to do rule better way, These people, they required their spices, and they were the mean of the communications. They sent the message to king very smoothly, very hurriedly from one location to another location. And the last one, that is the military administration. That was under Senapati. Senapati, he was the commander of army. He looked after the army. It was considered during the time period of Chandragupta Maurya, the army was 6,90,000 people. They were there in infantry. Similarly, some others, they were there. So this way, that is in this module about Mauryan administration. Okay, that's enough.